Morning everyone. Well, morning for me. I don't know about you guys, but it is about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm down here just moving the fence for the cattle. I'm giving them some new grass. So here we are, look. This is their strip today. You can see the other strip from the other day. But I just thought I'd talk about weeds really, because you saw me spraying the other day, and we're going to go and have a look at that in a minute, see how well the weeds have responded to that weed killer. But I just thought I'd point out a weed that I found a lot of this summer, a big yellow one, and it's called ragwort. Okay, let's have a look at it, just here. There it is, pesky ragwort. It looks quite pretty actually. It's got a nice yellow flower, funny leaves. You can identify it from the leaves there, look. There. There's another one over there. So they've randomly cropped up, look, there's one there. They've randomly cropped up in the field. And I saw another one through the grass there. Now, if you're just driving by and you see that on the verge, it actually looks really pretty, and it's actually really good for some of the butterflies and things like that. But actually, it's a really poisonous plant. It's not good for livestock at all because it's got some sort of poisons in it, and if cattle and horses eat it, it can be poisonous to them. Now they generally graze round it, and you quite often see a field. I've seen fields where like a horse has been in a field and they've stripped the grass, and all you see is these ragworts all dotted around. But the thing is, especially if it's dead and it goes in hay or something, they will eat it. So the main thing for me is to control that on our farm, and the only way to really control it, as long as you haven't got masses, is to keep pulling it. So every year when I see it in a field somewhere, I pull it up. And I've done this since I was a boy with my dad. We just go out and hand rogue those ragworts, and if you do that, you control it. The problem you've got is if you leave a few, they have masses of seeds on them, and once they get a seed, those seeds spread everywhere, and next year you've got loads more ragwort, and you don't want to do that. This year, I was speaking to Ed when he was spraying, and he said it's been a lot more of a problem, ragwort on the land in certain areas. I don't know why that is. Good, maybe it's just a good season for it or what, I don't know. So anyway, I'm just about to hand pull these. I'm just going to get this one up, get that one, and then we'll go and have a look at the spraying where Ed sprayed with his tractor, with his sprayer. Probably advise you to wear gloves when you're pulling this stuff up, because the sort of poisons could come through. It's something I've never worried about, but best practice. Here we go. Let me just put my gloves on. It generally... Oh, snapped it off, look. Haha! That's because I'm using one hand. Let me just put this down and I'll pull it up. Okay, so I use two hands to pull that out, because it has got quite a big root on it, look. And you need to get the roots out, otherwise it just grows off. It looks to me like that one's snapped off, look, already there. There's a dead bit on the top. So that'd be still poisonous, that bit. But I've got the root, that's the main thing. Got the flower, and that all needs to go in a bin. There's no good putting that anywhere. Don't chuck it in the hedge, because the seeds will carry on growing, and before you know it, you've got a ragwort infestation. Right. Let's get this one up. Look at this one. This is a bigger one. Look, look. I wonder if I can pull that up. No, I'm going to have to put the camera down again. Look at the bad boy roots on there. So the big chunky plant, look, quite a little bit of a taproot there. Right, make sure I've got all the bits from the other one. Right, I'm going to chuck that in the back of the Land Rover over there, and then I'm going to go and have a look at the spraying. Okay, so I just nipped over the fence. This is the fields that Ed sprayed. Let's have a quick look at him spraying. He stood right on a patch of docks there. So this was grazed off a while ago, and the docks came up and regenerated just after it had been grazed. So they've actually got a good covering of leaves on them now. I might move out of his way because he might reverse back. Certainly don't want a mouthful of that stuff. Look, that's clever, isn't it? It's just lowering down. Look at that. Okay, he started. Look, there's a mist of spray coming out. Now I'm certainly not going to get near that. Look, he's going over the really bad docks. And I can't graze the cattle on this for quite a while. So that was over a week ago. Let's go and have a look at what we can see. So we're coming across here. You can see mostly dandelions in here. They've taken a battering. And we're getting up to, here's the thistles. So you can see straight away they're looking very sick. They're sort of gone twisty. You see how they twist? That one there, look. They twist over. So a good result there. And then we're going to have a look at the docks. Now the docks, same sort of story. Look, the docks, the leaves have all gone floppy and curled over. Look, the dock plant there, bent over, looking very ill. We'll go on and see some more. I think there's a patch over here we'll have a look at that is a bit more obvious. There's a good example of the docks really all curling up and dying. Look, look, all the plants have gone shriveling up. They're all twisted and shriveled. So the only thing is, I realised we sprayed these a bit late. They've gone to seed, which is not good. I mean, that's bad on my part, but so we're going to have some docks come back next year, and it'll be a case of see how they go. Look, so the docks have died here, but they've already gone to seed. Now, whether that spray will make these seeds sterile, I don't know. In an ideal world, you go and pull all those up, but we've got a lot over there, further down in seed. Let's have a quick look in the other field. I'll just walk into the other field. I think it's more of an issue of thistles in here. The docks are in here worse. It's funny because the problem we've got is the creeping thistle, and that only seems to be in certain fields on the farm. Thankfully it's not in all the fields, and they've been there all my life, and we've sprayed them for years, and all you seem to be able to do is control them. You don't ever eradicate them. They must have a hell of a system of roots. But also the sprays aren't as effective as they used to be. I think they got rid of some of the ones that are really nasty. So yeah, so you sort of, I think I said in my previous video, you're sort of holding back nature rather than actually controlling it. Yeah, it is amazing how we sort of dominate the planet. Look at the vapor trails up there. Can you see? That's us impacting on the planet there. But it wouldn't take long. If we disappeared off this planet, the whole human race, we all got COVID and dropped dead, this planet would just regenerate so quickly. It would be amazing. I mean, some of the species wouldn't come back, but then maybe other species would evolve to replace them. But the actual growth of the plant life and everything would, you know, the forests that are gone in Brazil and the things like that would, and the water quality and that would just improve rapidly. You know, and that's our big issue with this planet, is what we do to it, isn't it? And how many of us there are? There seems to be too many people on this world. Well, there soon will be in another 100 years, I'm sure. Right, anyway, let's get over the gate. Whoa! Ooh, that bar's gone. Oh, let's have a quick look at. Let's have a quick look in here. There's some big thistles clumps by the. Oh look, there's some more docks. There's a big load of thistles here. This is a really horrible patch. Harry was walking through with his shorts on the other day. Look, these are all starting to go. Really good to see the back of these. Look, you see they're curling up. Look at that. So that's exactly a classic example of what happens when they're sprayed. They just curl over like that. Look, that should be going up like that. Oh, it's still prickly. And it just plops over like that. So I'm not really going on down the field because I need to get wet feet, wet legs. It's early in the morning and the ground's the dew's up, and I'm getting wet legs going through the long grass. So the cows will be grazing in here a few weeks time. I've got to leave it quite a long time for that spray to dissipate, really. No good grazing cattle on that. But as I said earlier, I'm just holding back nature here. But anyway, talk about nature, look. We're just seeing the hawthorn berries are just coming, just got a bit of a pink tinge on them. Blackberries not really doing much yet, but they'll sort of be another while yet before they get a decent size. And I think there's some sloes over there. But these are the hedges I didn't finish trimming last year. Look how tall they are. Flipping heck. They look lovely, but the thing is that hedge trimmer is going to struggle this winter. That one that'll be 3 winters, summer's growth on that. Oops. Right, back to work. Open my wonky gate. Oh, always something to fix here, isn't there? Right, I think that gave you a little bit of an update of the weeds on the farm and me ranting on about a bit of nature and stuff. Right, see you all later.